Basic Appraisal Principles, page 39. 1. Identify the problem to be solved. This is completed during the step 1 of the appraisal process. Definition of the problem. 2. Determine and perform the scope of work necessary to develop credible assignment results. This is something the appraiser should consider for every appraisal because the scope of work will not be the same for every appraisal. To develop the best scope of work, the appraiser considers all the information gathered in step 1 of the appraisal process and uses that data to gain a clear understanding of the problem to be solved, at which time the appraiser should ask, what must be accomplished to develop a credible opinion and conclusion? To answer this, the appraiser should consider the following questions. To what extent does the appraiser need to inspect the property and improvements? Does the appraiser need to inspect the personal property? How much and what kind of data is needed? Where do I look for data? How much data do I have? What approaches to value are necessary? Can I get credible results or do I need to look for more data? As noted, the appraiser needs to develop credible assignment results. Results are considered credible when they are believable and logically supported by sound reasoning and evidence. 3. Disclose the scope of work in the report. The scope of work rule indicates that the appraiser must disclose the scope of work in the appraisal report. The appraiser's client and other intended users rely on the results of the appraisal report. So it is important that they clearly understand the scope of work that went into development of the appraisal. The appraiser should include such things as the type and extent of research and analysis performed and not performed. Step 3. Collect data and conduct analysis. In step 1 of the appraisal process, the appraiser defined the problem. In step 2, the scope of work is established. Now it's time to roll up our sleeves and gather the data. Collect data. The data is grouped in the following manner. 2 types of data. Number 1, general data. This is the data the appraiser collects for an area or market based on the 4 forces that affect value: social, economic, government, and environment, SEGE. And number 2, specific data. This is the data the appraiser collects that are specific to the property being appraised and the comparable properties used in the appraisal analysis. For instance, information that describes the land and improvements. Extra note, on the test, no general data and specific data. There's a note that says we collect general data. There's another note that says we uncover specific data during the inspection. Extra note, we are required to report what we did. Where did you find the information, data? The market tells us what we need. Condition is extremely important.